This is history. Aura pulls the trigger, and right now, Omega, I'm pretty sure they've bumped into this hero in scrims for sure. But again, the jury's still out of how this hero will perform in the big leagues. And I couldn't think of a bigger league than the upper bracket day 1 matchup in Philippine Season 7.
Yeah. Again, whoever wins this match is going to be literally one step closer to the championship. Match point. Because after that, after this series, they just have to play one more series. And if they win that, then they're going for the grand finals. Now, I was thinking about it, but I'm actually surprised that Omega still went for that Rafaela, because I was thinking, will they still pick the Rafaela just to potentially give the Natalia a hard time? And I'm seeing something here. Okay. Yeah, for a second there, I thought that Rafaela was going to Toshi. I would almost explode.
Crazy. What? Yeah. Like Chico?
Yeah, like
from
Chico.
Todak? Hey, hey. Aura's crazy, but Omega's not going to answer back.
I just want to say, Aura said, why get one Kagura when you can have two? The ultimate crazy game-breaking meta.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a first in all of MPL history, but we digress. I'm pretty sure that was something that will be fixed. We are going to be showing you the right layout.
Magic damage first. If he's going to go for the damage route, he can get the Clock of Destiny first and then go for the Lightning Truncheon. Sometimes I've seen Phoveus users to be a little bit more utility-based. They even pick up the Ice Queen Wand to be able to deal slows, and then they'll build sustain.
Yep, here we go. Game number 2. Something fresh being shown over here by Aura-PH. Toshi a little too aggressive on to Greed there on the Natalia. It's a good mix of new and old for Aura-PH though.
Oh, it's actually JP playing the Natalia.
Oh,
Greed's going to be rocking the Kagura.
Interesting. You're right. And I could have sworn that was Benny Cutie on the Kagura.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, interesting lineup here. Okay. So, yeah, Kilowash is going to be rocking with the Phoveus.
Benny Cutie, Harith is here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the draft was an interesting experience, but now that we have, this is the current lineup, this is the proper draft, let's get into the game, let's dig into this. A minute in, currently, Lord Hades, he's on his comfort hero, this is his Ling. Again, very, very popular. And what's your take here on this bottom lane? Toshi versus Benny Cutie, Benedetta versus Harith. It seems to be the debut of Toshi's Benedetta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and this is going to be a more aggressive Benedetta, just considering, because he's picked up the Execute along with the Killing Spree.
Yeah, but look at this. First blood drawn here by JP, taken down Yusinshin, taken down Hajizi. Heath might be next here. Oh! Tempest of Blades, finishing what the Flame Shot could not. Currently a trade.
Trades all around the map. 2 for 2 already. Phoveus was taken down in the top lane there by Curtizi and Kenji in tandem. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, we saw that action happen. So, right at the gate, these teams starting it off hot. Probably even they decided we don't want those extremely long games anymore. We're going to fight.
Yep.
Ooh, and Toshi's fighting.
Let's put on a show, ladies and gentlemen. Toshi here gets the kill, and Reptar. Look at the choice of emblems.
Yeah, the Killing Spree.
It's Killing Spree instead of the usual Festival of Blood on the side lane Benedettas.
Yeah, so instead of Sustain Benedetta, this is going to be also Omega showing that, okay, if we can, we're going to try to play aggressive. And that's a pause, interestingly enough.
Yeah, and looking at Omega's lineup, they have no real scaling. Doesn't seem like a great idea to attack Toshi there. Because look, he's sitting at 2-0-0. Like, he's reaping the benefits of the aggressive rotation from Aura.
Yeah,
what do you think?
And even Benny Cutie
again
is going to pay the price. That's, wow, 3 kills already for Toshi. So this is going to be a Killing Spree Execute Benedetta that will scale fast. Oh man, that's already close to a 2k gold lead here for Omega. Aura, though, could be able to get this turtle, or at least they'll be able to contest it.
Tempest of Blade securing here that turtle, but he's looking low. Curtizi, the punish on to Lord Hades, but a trade by Greed. They're going to keep going. They're going to continue this fight here. Kenji putting on a few Ionic Edges onto JP. JP dashes out and doesn't even get his ult. His passive. He's fine. I'm wondering what Kilowash's situation is. Reptar, can you tell me how Kilowash might be feeling against this Uranus?
Well, right now, without his items, pretty sad. Because actually, the frame we just saw that Uranus and that Phoveus on was a perfect representation of what we're going to be expecting from them for the next few minutes. Without his items, Kilowash can just really stay under tower, try to farm, and Kenji will just bully this Phoveus. When Kilowatt finally gets Clock of Destiny though, and whatever item he goes for the second, that's when he can start picking up the pace and going up against his Uranus.
Oh! Point blank flame shot by Greed. What a punish on the Curtizi for going in a little too deep. He just came in 2 or 3 seconds too late?
Absolutely spicy.
Woo!
Right on the face.
Yep, grab a glass of milk.
Yep. It's like you got pepper sprayed. Splash that on you. And let's see if JP will be able to pick out Toshi here and finally stop. No, he will not be able to. But Omega or Aura need an answer for Toshi's scale here, and they're gonna do that by applying pressure to the bottom lane.
Here we go, caught out by one arrow and a
trap. The damage!
Tempest of Blades to stop the delayed. Stop the delayed damage from the trap. They take out Curtizi. What a punish! And down bottom, Zaman Force in by Benny Cutie. That's a double for Aura. Down goes Yushin, down goes Hajizi, as well as Toshi. And just like that, Aura is now in the driver's seat.
Right in the nick of time, the Tempest of Blades knockup by Lord Hades saved him from getting taken out by Curtizi and gave an opening for Aura to follow up and deal the damage there onto Kurt and then the rest of Omega, who decided to take that fight. Wow, absolutely clutch use and drop of the Tempest of Blades.
439 IQ play.
Definitely.
Crazy. I love it. You know what? Lord Hades, he deserves a highlight play at least when we go into the analyst's desk. But look at this right now. Toshi committing the Electo final blow. He has suffered one death, but again, I think he can act as a threat magnet here against Aura. Omega starting up the turtle. Not a great game for Hajizi, gotta say.
Yep, not a great start so far. But now Omega have to watch out for the contest here of Aura PH. Seems like they're going to be able to
Demonic Force used by Kilowatt, and it's enough to punish them. What a forced engage. In goes Benny Cutie, finishing the job in mid lane, and that's currently 3-4-1. And so far, that's 2 team fights won by Aura back to back.
The effect of the presence of the Phoveus. The moment they saw that first Demonic Force get used, they started to run away.
They scrambled.
They know that they couldn't use any dashes.
Delta out.
Yeah, and Aura used that moment to, all right, we're going to fight.
Yeah, punish them. Punish them while they're running away. And this lineup is so well built for that. You have the Ling that dashes in. You have Benny Cutie who hit. Synchro Vision, dash. Synchro Vision, dash. Even if you leave the Zaman Force, it makes so much sense.
Man, we're seeing the debut of Phoveus, and despite that rough start, after Kilowatt picked up that Clock of Destiny and Aura playing a little bit, doing more plays to supplement the strength of the Phoveus, they're playing it so well right now in that one fight. They even got to pick off there onto Kurt.
And yeah, Omega is worse for the wear. They're not in any shape to fight this. Kilowatt looking for one. It's just Kenji here. Oh, and I think we're still at the point where Kenji just won the early game so much that he can still bully Kilowatt. Like, don't forget, like, I'm still your lane mate here.
Yeah, Aura PH has the lead, has a very slight lead.
Very small lead.
Yeah, very small lead. But yeah, definitely the early game lead that Kenji was able to build up really quickly, just being able to hit Kilowatt with abilities, get those average stacks in, able to without a problem farm up from the minion waves. It's one of the shining lights here for Omega Esports to be a presence in this early game. But again, with Aura's lineup being able to scale well into the mid, that's a lot of magic damage there. Greed had a hot game, 3-0 and 5. They have 2 flame shots. They're gonna have to watch out.
Benny Cutie not bursted down. Toshi could not get it in quick enough. And they get one, but they're leaving the Zaman Force zone. In goes Lord Hades. He's going to go for the punish, taking down Toshi. Greed finishes the job here, picks up the truncheon, the lightning truncheon. And I haven't noticed, Greed has been having an amazing game, a stellar 7 minutes 45 seconds for Alan Baloy. 4-0 and 6.
Yep, that's his signature Kagura, 6-3. Even he jokingly said on social media early in the season, sorry, I only know how to play Kagura.
But he knows how to play it
knows how to play it so well, exactly. And now Aura PH feel good about knowing that their mage, one of their main sources of damage at Kagura, is scaled up really well. Even Benny Cutie scaled really well also.
I love it, because here's the story, right? Kenji was bullying Kilowatt for the first, 5 minutes of the game. And out comes Benny Cutie out of the ashes, coming up and saying, Kenji, what have you done to Kilowash?
Yeah.
This is poetic justice.
Yep. And now that 5-2-2 Harriet on the mystery shop, Kilowash and Benny have their eyes set on this tower. MPL-PH, JP, good check on that shrub to give info. So now these two have to be careful.
Oh, they're going for the engage. Kilowash taking a few hits. Right. Demonic Force hits 3. He still survives, but they do get their man, and their man in this case is a turret.
They took a lot of health away from that Phoveus, but again, because you see that Demonic Force get used, you have to back out.
Yeah. And again, the shield plays such a pivotal role here. Now, Kenji back in trouble. Zaman Force plus the holy healing, not enough to get him out of there. His flicker is actually, what, a minute off. Wow. I think Aurus is going to take anything they can and slowly just keep jabbing, keep on jabbing. Lord, coming up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, for the lineup that they have, this is a dream start for them. Even JP got a slice of that cake. 3-1 and 10. On that Natalia, he's been getting a lot of information and rotating really well for Omega. Earlier I said JP might have a hard time of being effective. No, didn't seem like it.
Yeah, no.
He's been able to get the opportunities he wanted to give for MLBB.
Yep, and again, sitting at 3-1 and 10 with an execute, you're never really out of commission. Again, a lot of people say, oh, there's a ceiling to how much a Natalia can do, especially in the early game. When you're past that whole burst honeymoon phase, you have to act like a walking ward. But not if you're this well farmed.
Yeah.
Not if you're rocking an execute as well.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start. And yeah, you're the roaming, you're an assassin turned into a roaming support. But then, man, with the start here, you'll feel like an assassin for much longer. A little bit longer before he slowly turns into a walking ward. So because of that start, he was able to delay that happening. Actually, looking at the KDA, it's Lord Hades. He's not that... not that he is not being a presence for MLBB. We've seen him being able to sweep up, and I mean he got to do what he needed to do, which was focus on the farm. So Hades should be happy with the progress that he was able to make.
Yeah, and it looks like Aura is hell bent on taking this tier 1, this level 1 Lord, and yeah, look at this, an engagement. Down goes GZ. Tempest of Blades committed by Lord Hades, but they pay in blood. JP traded out, but that's a trade I'm willing to take, man.
Yeah, that's the core you got to take out. You're gonna be definitely happy with that. And because of that, MLBB, though they will not be able to get this Lord just yet, it stops Omega from the possibility of getting that Lord or trying to contest for it. So Aura can use this time to, again, farm up a little bit more for their Harris, Kagura, and Phoveus and apply pressure on the lanes. Because of the lead that MLBB has, yeah, they are in the driver's seat here. Omega are not far, but Oracle was picked up here by Kenji, so he might be a little bit more of a tanky presence that Omega needs him to be. But then there's so much magic damage you're up against. What can one tiny Oracle really do for you?
Yeah.
He's gonna need another magic defense item.
As it is, it's playing to not lose.
Yep.
Right? I can expect Kenji, as soon as he built that Oracle, Benny Cutie was on his way building another damage item.
Yep.
And what? 2-3 times now in the past 5 minutes, Benny Cutie's had his number. So this time around, the question is, how can Omega bounce back? How can Omega make sure that
extending it into the late game? So they're gonna have to force something here, but make it a calculated risk. Because forcing a team fight here would be risky for Omega, but calculated risk meaning, okay, you know the Phoveus is somewhere else in the map. We're together. We have a bit of an idea where at least 2 members of Aura are. Let's make something happen. Let's try to go for a pick off. Let's do a skirmish, and then whatever lane we're in, try to push that a little bit deeper, or back off and then try to add a little bit more space in the map. Omega need to force something to happen here because, again, as you mentioned, they don't scale so well compared to the Aura lineup.
Yeah, and again, when it comes on the kits themselves, Omega's good at what you mentioned, skirmishes, and they just couldn't find that because Aura, they neutralized the traps, because that's where JP comes in. JP has been acting so well here as what we would call a walking ward. But look at this Lord now at about a fifth of his health. Kenji coming in, trying to distract them. That's a secure. Kenji goes down. Retribution play here by Lord Hades with no punish, save for this fat wave from Omega down bottom.
Omega couldn't even get close to the Lord to help out Kenji there. And again, I said it earlier, we've said it 3-4 times at this point. Demonic Force, when used by Phoveus, it's a deterrent. It Omega, their instinct is we gotta play defensive. 2 smacks from the Demonic Force, and Kilowatt was already able to build up a shield half of its health bar.
Crazy. And here's the thing, it doesn't even have to hurt. You mentioned the magic word, Reptar, deterrent. It just stops Omega from doing what they want to do. And right here, right now, what they want to do is kind of gain back parts of the map. But look at this, a skirmish down bottom, 2v1.
Hades, though, just forcing it. JP's there nearby, so Hades can play a little bit more. Just try to take down that wave. He'll have help if ever it gets too hairy. Man, Kilowatt with his Phoveus just really gotta smack them all.
Touches one, maybe a 2-second stun, but they let go. Electro final blow used here. Down underneath the turret to clear the wave. Toshi's not doing too shabby for himself. 4-3-1. But yeah, again, when Kilowatt is part of the fight, yeah, that Benedetta doesn't do much.
And if Omega still keep playing like this, I see them trying to make something happen, but then we go back again to what you mentioned earlier, JP's Natalia, an absolute unit right now for Aura. The presence that he's had this game really empowered the rotations of Hades and Greed. One of the reasons why Greed has such a high KDA in this game was because he was roaming really well along with JP, playing around the information JP gave him.
And now look at this top lane. They commit the Tempest of Blades, but it's more than worth it. They take down Kenji. That's 1 man away from Omega. Mount Shocker here just to see exactly where the members of Aura are while they see Kilowatt from afar. Did he just steal it?
He did!
He hit it! What?
Huh? What's that?
What a smooth operator.
Yep. That's so smooth that we didn't see him slide into Omega's jungle.
Highway robbery.
Right out of the gate. Man, Kilowatt. 1-1-4, but he's doing the little things that have huge impacts.
Hajizi has had, for the lack of a better term, a bad game. 0-5-5 on Yusun Shin. Taking away his orange at this point is just adding salt to the wound.
Yeah, that's how do I say this? It's like a sticker in a TP without actually doing a sticker in a TP.
Yeah, it's a sticker in a TP in your opponent's base and they get away with it.
Sea Halberd, though, picked up here by Lord Hades and should be able to add to the damage that he's already able to dish out on that Ling. It's a 5k plus gold lead here for Aura PH, so I see them ending the game within the next 3-4 minutes or so, especially once that Lord spawns, because Omega is in no position at all. Even if they somehow pull off a miraculous steal, Aura will be able to chase them down with the lineup they have.
Yes, and again, just a Hail Mary play. Maybe they do get a steal. What might that cost, Reptar?
Yeah.
Like, what might that cost?
It's a really, really high price. Wind of Nature picked up here by Hajizi should help deter the damage somewhat.
From JP?
Yeah, and Hades, that's it. Because the rest is magic damage from Aura. You have to worry about the Harith, the Phoveus, the Kagura.
So good. And again, all these heroes you mentioned, Reptar, I just noticed they're playing a version of Big Money that was played by Bren in the very last game of the regular season. But instead of playing Avarice, they're playing a lot of Mystery Shaft. But look at this. They force out a few ults. They force out a response from Omega. But just the same, I think Omega might have enjoyed that as well. They forced out the Tempest of Blades from Lord Hades.
Yeah, if the Bren lineup was Big Money, this is like a quick money. Much quicker access to the items
Magic dollars.
Magic dollars.
Pesos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the average sign is a dollar sign.
You're right. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Whoa, Aura PH though. Beast Mode Blood.
Salmon Force set in by Benny Cutie, taking out Kenji in quick fashion. And here comes the Demonic Force. Kilowatt gets stunned, but he's going to come chase him. Demonic Force triggered in 1, 2, and they push them back. If I'm not mistaken, that does deal an AoE damage. I saw the rest of Omega taking a few hits as well, but just like how Kilowatt stole the orange from underneath Omega's noses, they take the Luminous Lord.
Oh, and this could be the end game push here for Aura PH. They have a great lead, they have the damage, they have the items, and Omega just doesn't have the answer. Is it impossible? No, nothing's ever impossible, but it's looking really close to that right now, as Aura PH might win this game under 20 minutes.
Yeah, that gold lead has grown to 6,000 now. Lord's just going his own way down bottom. Just magnificent lane management here
that damage.
by Aura Philippines. JP trying to get punished by the Mountain Shocker, pushing him away. Wow, all three lanes instantly, Reptar. If it's not taken down, it is put down to a fifth of its health. But look, a team fight, breaking down bottom. Demonic Force in by Kilowash. Zaman Force laid down by Kenji as well. Reed with the point blank flame shot. And now that's another taken down. Kenji falls as well. Heath. Nay, it's Heath. And Lord Hades just whacking away at the base. Game number 2 goes over to Aura PH.
No surprise. You already said the story really well there, Leo, early on. The late game scaling for Omega was lacking in the lineup. And